Wait,
Is that the intro?
that was the intro.
It's so good.
Wait, Billy, do you want to play some music?
Hang on. I have to like put. Okay, I think I'm putting the show live on my stream.
Oh yeah.
We'll
So
find out later if that actually works. I have no idea. So
okay,
yeah, I was.
so we'll preface this while you click around on the back end to see if you're live streaming right now. This is our second episode of Crappy Advice. I mean, we've done this couple years ago together, kind of just let it fall off, but we had so much fun and we were like, we always talked about restarting this show. But last time we did it as a Twitter space. This time we're doing it as a live stream, so bear with us for like a couple of minutes while we figure out technical difficulties. Let's see if we're both successfully streaming. Oh, it looks, Billy, it looks
Okay,
like,
mine says this is live, so
oh
I'm
hell
live
yeah,
somehow.
we made it
Uh,
work. Fuck
but
yeah.
but I think I have to like uh we can't keep talking at the end of the show because I think I have to like turn it off also. Let me
Okay,
see.
that's
Or
fine.
keep talking while I figure this thing
Okay,
out.
let's let Billy figure this out. Hey, I'm queen of talking to myself and yapping, and I have no fucking life. I literally spend like the majority of my days at home on Twitter. So if anyone wants to talk to me, I'm here and I'm ready to talk. Wait, let's see. I need to maybe make
Yeah,
this a
someone
little
talk to you.
more. Oh,
Testing.
testing. Wow. Really
Yeah,
great
thank you for the testing.
conversation. Wow. I'm so popular. Everyone wants to talk to me. So cool. um,
Okay. Yeah, I was working on a theme song for the Crappy Advice show. It's very
oh,
good.
yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
guys, do you want to hear Billy play guitar live? He's literally
Yeah,
playing this live. You can't see him
it's
play guitar
so
because
good. It's
he's anonymous.
amazing. Ready? Ready?
Crappy
Okay.
advice.
1 and a 2 and a 3. The Crappy Advice Show. Oh, whoa. The Crappy Advice Show. Whoa. It's so bad.
I love.
I can't even get the chords right. Yeah. So you guys can play along with that. It's chords F, C, G, and D. And then you can make your own theme song for us and we'll play it.
Oh
I
yeah, this
guess.
is something we were
If you don't
saying.
want to
So
set
like,
it in.
first of all, I love Billy's theme song. I think this is like kind of a vibe, and I feel like we should just record that and make that our theme song for the show because we're just starting this up, and I think it's perfect and great. But if anyone wants to make, I mean, we're obviously like we just started this. We don't have fans. No one even likes us or knows about us. But if
We have
anyone
lots
wants
of
to,
fans. Look, we got look. See X Anon. We got a fan right there. Thank you, X Anon.
thank you, X Anon.
We
Thank
have
you.
another fan here. I'm out. This hurts my brain. We have one fan and
Let's
one
see.
hater.
We say hi to hi. Let's see. This is so stimulating. Okay, this is cool. You like it. Well, hello to our very few fans. If anyone wants to make like a theme song for us, we are open to listening to it. And if it's really good, we'll play it on the next show. No one's probably going to do this. No one gives a fuck about us, but we're just throwing it out there. We're open to it. But yeah, Billy, what were we talking about? Billy and I were just vibing backstage until 3 p.m. What were we talking about? Our New Year's resolutions, basically.
Yeah. I thought it'd be good to talk about our New Year's resolutions because I don't know. It's February now.
It
So
is
I guess it's been
February.
like 40 days or something, which
Yeah.
relates to what I always see from your posting, which is that you are 40 something days without smoking
I
or
quit
sorry,
nicotine.
vaping.
Yes. Guys, I don't know if you guys understand what a big accomplishment this is because I started smoking cigarettes back in like high school, which is absolutely degenerate and disgusting, but I wasn't fully addicted. I would smoke at parties and then it developed gradually into a full-blown addiction, like a chain smoking,
At,
like
at,
always.
at what
Sorry.
point was it or did it become like a daily thing or like a all the time thing?
I think I had always convinced myself like, oh, I'm just a social smoker. I'll have a cigarette at a party or whatever. But then I think when Juul came out, I was like the narrative was that Juul is healthier than cigarettes, so I bought one, and then it just became so easy to like. I wake up in the morning and I'm a little hungover and I have the Juul in my hand. I don't have to go outside, smoke it. So I think it kind of developed when Juul came out, probably when I was in college and then after college, and then it became like I became
Juul.
actually addicted.
Are they
Juul, like
still around or did they get sued to death? I can't
they've
remember.
been sued a few times, but they're still around.
No,
I was
okay.
buying them up until 40 days ago. So,
Well,
um, yeah. So I mean, dude, I never thought I wasn't sure if I'd ever actually be able to successfully quit nicotine, but I have, and I've gone strong, and I'm really proud of that. So that was a New Year's resolution, probably for the past. I don't think anyone wants to be a smoker. I feel like that was my New Year's resolution for the past like decade to stop
Yeah.
smoking. So
Well, I feel like
finally did it.
it's really, really hard. Like, what do you think? Was it just like the first week was awful, or has it been awful? Or are you like feeling pretty good now? Or
Dude, the first week literally felt like an exorcism. Like it genuinely felt like I was like, this is so fucked up. And I do have to shout out, I have like an incredible boyfriend that like had to deal with my withdrawals the first several days. He
Mm,
basically, I didn't actually choose the day that I was going to quit smoking. He had told me he wanted me to quit for ages, and well, we could probably talk about this later because I know we have some questions about like relationships, but he had told me that he wanted me to quit ever since we had met. And I was like, I will, I will, I will. And yeah, he just kind of picked a day and he just took all of my nicotine. Like
it's
he
just like
went through my purse. Yeah, he
I
went through my
see.
purse, took all my nicotine. He wouldn't even let me go into the bathroom because he knows that if you're an addict, you're a sneaky little motherfucker and you probably have one hidden somewhere. So he would like follow
Mm.
me into the bathroom to make sure I'm not vaping. And he had to put up with me for like, I think the first like 3 or 4 days, I was an absolute nightmare. Like I was actually insane. So shout out for
And
helping me through that.
was that your main like New Year's resolution also?
I think it was because ultimately it's like one day I do want to have kids. I'm not pregnant or anything, but I'm like, I knew that I had to quit nicotine eventually to do that. So it was probably my main one. And I
Mm.
guess beyond that, I do need to, I've never been to the gym, so I have literally zero muscle on my body. So
Wait, you've never ever been to a gym?
I've
Or
literally never been to a gym. And at this point, I'm too scared because I'm like, I don't know how to use any of the workout machines or anything.
oh,
So yeah,
they're
I
pretty
need to do
easy,
that.
but yeah. Yeah, I
Very,
guess
very
I've
intense.
grown up in gyms because I broke my knees when or just messed up my knees when I was really young, so I had to rehab for a long time. But I'm
Oh,
not like a gym rat. I just go to the gym. I just do my knee
that's
exercises or whatever.
that's
So
really
it's
good
fun.
though. Wait, how did you fuck up your knees? I don't. You don't have to say
Oh,
it. But
I was hurdle jumping and it didn't go so good.
oh,
It just smashed up my knee. So
well, because
had a lot of knee surgeries. It's been fun.
oh my god, I didn't know you had knee surgery.
Yeah.
I fucked up my back in high school running from the police at a party, and
Wait,
I
what?
jumped off a really, I jumped off like a really high wall. I was an absolute degenerate like party animal in high
Wow.
school. So I jumped off a really high wall, and then I like couldn't walk for a while. But we never got it properly. I never properly rehabbed it or anything. And it was only like a couple weeks ago that I got my first MRI. I had posted about it on Twitter that I got my first MRI, and I found apparently I have a early degenerative disc disorder and
Oh no.
early not Alzheimer's, what is it,
Like
arthritis.
arthritis? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm actually
What?
really scared, and I because I never got this fixed from high school, so now I really should go to the gym. So
Yeah. This spaceman says his dad was a heavy smoker, but then he quit right at I'm guessing right at age 50.
good for
Just like,
him.
you know what? I'm done with this. And then now he's 84. That's awesome.
Wow, good for him. I actually feel
Yeah.
kind of like passionately about this because I'm like, I didn't think I was going to be able to quit, and the fact that I can, I'm like, now I feel like I can be evangelical about getting other people to quit smoking because yay. Oh, I guess we're kind of getting a little too deep in this episode because I feel like we should probably shout out the sponsor of our
Oh,
show
yes. Good call.
because I feel like
I
we could
can't this
just
is
chat
8
forever.
minutes of babbling already. Are
But
we gonna fill up enough time? Like, oh no, we'll be fine.
well, Billy and I are so excited to be doing this show together because it's kind of just been something we've been talking about for ages, and we really wanted to thank the sponsor of our show, Polymarket. I'm sure you guys have all heard of Polymarket, obviously, but Polymarket's obviously the world's largest prediction market, and beyond that, it's become one of the most useful media institutions for figuring out what's going to happen next. Like personally, I trust Polymarket more than I trust legacy media because instead of reading these biased reports and opinion pieces on Polymarket, people are actually putting their money where their mouth is, and probabilities are updated in real time. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I check Polymarket before I even check the news. So I thought today we could look at some of today's trending markets.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, in terms of markets going on in Polymarket, right now it says there's an 83% chance that the government will shut down
Oh my God.
by February 14th. This has gone up. It was
Oh
what
my God.
18% by February 2nd. Oh man! So now like the people on Polymarket are suggesting that
Damn.
84%. Yeah, that's so. I mean, I feel like
Bullish. Bullish on a
yeah,
government shutdown.
yeah, I feel like it just seems really likely. I don't understand the government shutdowns. I feel like they just do them.
Yeah. I'm like,
So
they've literally never impacted my life. Apparently it's not a full government-wide shutdown, but apparently it's like funding for DHS expires at midnight on February 13th, 2026 is apparently what's happening.
Oh, I see. Right,
And
right on balance. Yeah.
negotiations are stalled. And the core dispute is apparently over immigration enforcement reforms because of Trump's policies. And Democrats are demanding changes to DHS operations, especially limits on ICE, which is, yeah, unsurprising.
Yeah, I could imagine
It's been pretty
that they have something they wanna complain about. But yeah, well, that's that.
fun.
And
I
then
mean, another government shutdown. We've been through this before, 43
yeah,
days.
as long as it doesn't kill the markets, that's all I care about. Although the markets
Honestly,
aren't
I just
lovely
care
at the
about my
moment.
bags. I don't think
Yeah.
the government shutdown impacts my life at all, but just don't fuck with my bags.
Yeah, I'm actually on the same boat as that. Oh no, your visuals went. Oh no. Did Tiffany disappear? Okay. Oh, you're
Hello,
back.
can you hear me?
Yeah, what happened?
Fuck.
Oh
Oh
no, you're like
no.
all clipped.
Wait, Billy, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're clipped and
Oh, I
you're
can't hear
echoey.
you.
Oh
No, do
no.
I need to leave and come back?
You
Ugh,
might.
technical difficulty.
Okay. Well, I'll carry the rest of this. Who will leave the Trump administration before 2027? This was interesting just because very recently, Cash Patel like skyrocketed. Pam Bondi, I know this is like very recent, but that skyrocketed. And Lutnick, after being shown, like I didn't even know who he was, but after being shown in the Epstein files, he is also skyrocketed. So that's exciting. But it seems like a lot of people might leave. Oh, David Sachs down here. Man, like even the people like at the bottom here are like still have over 50%. So that's kind of nuts.
Sorry about that technical difficulty, Billy.
Oh no, yeah, your voice is kind of breaking a little bit.
Oh, fuck. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now. Maybe it was
Oh
just
my
because
God.
random stuff was happening.
Damn. Live stream technical
Yeah,
difficulties. I
that's
got
how
a
you
phone
know we're
call.
live.
That's how you know we're live. I got a phone call. Everything crashed on my phone. Um, it's now on Do Not Disturb. Yay. I never use Do Not Disturb
Oh,
because I don't
someone
have a fucking
call?
job.
I hate that.
I know.
Don't call. Don't call.
I know.
Like
Don't call.
text
Just text
first.
me.
Yeah,
I think it's actually disrespectful to call someone without texting them prior. Right?
I agree. Like
It's like,
if
don't
someone
catch
just
me.
calls me, unless it's family, like family doesn't know
It's
any
true.
difference. So,
True. Like old
but
people, they can do that. But
yeah,
okay.
let's
Will
do
the
it.
court force Trump to refund tariffs? I mean, Jesus, that would be unfortunate.
I've never heard of this. Like, are courts wanting to refund the tariffs that he's done? That sounds like a complete disaster. Like just
I know.
logistically,
I
but it
know.
spiked. It went from 12% to this is in a
It's at
three
is it at
days.
39%? Oh no, what is
Well,
it now?
it went back down to 25%. But I don't know
Okay.
what happened here. There's some
Damn.
crazy spike there.
Oh my
So.
God. Okay, that would be awful. I'm like, we need the money. The
I
government
mean,
debt,
as long as it goes back to me
please.
directly, it sounds fine.
If it goes back to me, hey, we want that check. Weren't we supposed to
Yeah,
get like checks from the tariffs? We want the
yeah,
check.
yeah, yeah. Whatever the case is, I just want money. That's all I care about here.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
then this is sad news for people who want housing prices to go down.
Oh,
Although maybe housing prices will just crash, like the principal will crash, but right now they don't think the Fed's going to do anything.
I'm praying for
Uh,
a housing market crash, guys. I really want to buy a house one day. I'm praying for a
I don't
crash.
think our generation is going to be able to buy a house. It's just it just
That's
is what
so
it is.
depressing. Oh my God, that's so
Yeah.
sad. Fuck.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's just it just is what it is. Then we also
So sad.
wanted to mention that Poly Market's grocery store is opening tomorrow. There's an ad here for something. I will
Yeah,
post
Poly
that. But
Market's created New York's first free grocery store, and it opens tomorrow at apparently at noon Eastern time. And shoppers
yeah,
literally just get free groceries, which is this
I
like what
really
Mamdani was promising, basically?
I
Sorry.
think so. I'm just really curious to what's gonna happen, like how they're gonna prevent. Like I'm guessing there's just gonna be a big line, and then people will go in for a certain amount of time. But I'm very curious to how this is going to be done,
Yeah, me
because
too.
yeah. But we'll
Oh.
see. Uh-oh, it's just me. Oh, I'm big.
Sorry, playing around with the layout. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm curious how this is done too. And it's just like, do you get to take as many groceries as you want? I feel like that like the first few people
Yeah.
in are gonna load their carts up and take like everything. I don't know how they're managing this, or is it just like one item per person? Maybe that would seem
Yeah, I
that's
don't know. Have you ever watched that show? It was like way back in the day. It was like a game show, and you could just go into the supermarket and put as much in your cart as you wanted and go get it.
no, I didn't know this was a thing, but
Oh,
that sounds sick.
maybe I'm just old.
You're like,
If
I
you're in
mean,
chat and you recognize that show, that sounds please mention it because
you're like, I swear this is a real show.
it's a real show. Supermarket Sweep. Thank you, Kyle.
Supermarkets. Oh, that was fast.
Yeah,
Damn, you guys
Supermarket
both be
Sweep.
old as fuck.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm
Oh,
not crazy.
shout out,
It does
Kyle. Shout
exist.
out.
Yeah. So
Oh my god.
thank you, Polymarket, for the sponsorship, and
Shout out, Polymarket. We're so
yeah,
honored.
we are honored.
Yay. Okay, so basically the premise of our show, I don't know if you want to explain it, Billy, but we're I guess it's kind of self-explanatory. The title is called Crappy Advice. Billy and I are both we're not the brightest bulbs, but we're doing our best. And we're here to offer you our crappy advice on literally anything you want. You can feel free to leave questions in the chat. I think this is currently streaming to Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, whatever. Feel free to leave comments in the chat and we'll like review some of them. And at the end, we'll come to some of the live questions. But we also have gathered questions from Twitter and email. So we have some that are just lined up that we have not rehearsed any of this. We just kind of screenshotted some people's questions and we're going to talk about them as we
Yes.
go.
So our first question is can
Can you
Jerry
lure
Lee
me
lure
with
you
this?
with some I guess it's not Korean chicken, is it? It's just
Yes,
barbecue
just
chicken.
is this like jerk chicken? I want to hear what kind of spices are on this chicken before I answer, but I'm like, lure me into what? You know what? I would eat the chicken, but if this is a proposition for anything else, I would have to. I maybe not, maybe not.
Okay, so
But
if you were at a party and then this guy had this chicken and was
oh
like,
yes,
"Hey, you want this chicken?" You would be like, "Okay."
if we are in a public place where I'm not going to be kidnapped, I would absolutely eat your chicken. That actually looks kind of fire. I would be interested. Oh, it's barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jerry had
barbecue.
to correct us on.
Oh, that was I was shout out to Jerry for being fast on this. Barbecue chicken. I would definitely eat your chicken. At a party, I feel like the main place you can find me is wherever the free food is. So yeah, I would eat your chicken at a party. Yeah. So I guess the answer is yes, you can lure me with food. I'm a cheap date, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I do
I
have
would
a
also be
boyfriend though,
lured,
but
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, would you eat the chicken?
I would eat the chicken, Jerry, if you would like to give me the chicken.
You could also lure Billy with your chicken. You might. Yeah, yeah.
So,
That'd be
yes,
fun.
it's a good strategy to lure people.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
very intrigued by food. Yes.
All right, let's see. Next question. We can make it bigger. How
Oh.
not to be a virgin? Do you have do you have any better advice than I might give for this?
Virginity can be cured. We can kind of help you. How to not be a virgin? I am assuming this is a guy because I think as a woman, no one is wondering how to not be a virgin. Men will fuck anything. So, not hard as a woman, tough as a guy. I'm curious how old this guy is. Like if he's in high school or whatever.
Yeah,
What would
there's a
make someone?
mechanical way to not be a virgin.
Yeah.
I think depending on your sensibilities, you can
Mhm.
use finances to illegally not become a virgin if you'd like to do that.
Yeah,
Um,
this is bad advice, but we can. Yeah,
that is
you
in
can
fact
do that.
crappy advice. I wouldn't
Yes.
recommend it. I have not
Thailand
done
is
it.
an option.
I don't actually know anyone who's done it personally.
What bit?
But
Hired hooker?
they just like paid for it. I'm assuming in like Vegas area is more common, but I grew up in the Pacific Northwest and that wasn't a thing that I knew about.
Yeah, it is. It's still illegal in Vegas, but you can always fly to Thailand.
Wait,
Philippines.
I thought it was legal though. Like if you not in Vegas, but like in
I think
the
there's somewhere far out, like somewhere in Nevada that's like far out, somewhere that I've personally never been, and I'm not aware of any man who has admitted to me that they've gone to this like prostitute hooker thing. But apparently it's legal somewhere in Nevada. But I think that like if you're a white male, I think you'd be hit in Thailand, maybe the Philippines. I think that they love, that's it's quite a thing there. And where
Mhm.
else? Red light district in Amsterdam. There
Yeah,
are options. So basically, you just have to procure some money. And this is really bad. I don't. This is
yeah.
such a
That's
weird
how you do
twist.
it if you're weird and you can't
It's
actually
weird.
attract
Yeah.
uh whatever sex that you want to attract
Yeah,
for
because I
that.
guess, yeah, your question is specific. You asked how not to be a virgin. You weren't asking like, how do I get a girlfriend? Because that's a different answer. But if you just literally need to get your dick wet, then that there are ways to do that.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, if chat has any questions and you would like to be
Chime
featured,
in.
yeah, chime
Yeah,
in. Go ahead. Oh,
yeah. Feel
is
free
this the
to.
place? Is this
Oh,
Pahrump?
Pahrump. Oh,
Is
I
that
didn't
the
know it was
place?
Pahrump. I don't think it's Pahrump because I thought that Pahrump was like for all I know that's in Pahrump is like an outlet mall. But maybe it's outlet malls and hookers. Like I wasn't aware
No,
of
I
that.
just for some reason I have the thought that not in Vegas or whatever the county Vegas is, but like outside of that, there's like brothels that are like legal.
Oh, yeah, I think it is a thing. I just don't know where that is, and maybe it's Pahrump, but
Yeah, I don't know, but there's Google. You can just Google like brothels, and they're probably $1 jillion, and I don't have any idea. So don't
yeah,
do that. Just just go on dating apps, I guess, or meet people the normal way. I think is the better way to do things. But
dating
that would
apps.
be my
Yeah, that's
opinion.
true. Just like get a better personality and a better look a little better. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm like curious what women are like into. Like I personally, I was gonna say, most women would say like go to the gym, whatever. I'm personally not a gym goer, so I'm not someone who's like needs a six pack. I'm curious if you, hey, maybe this is a service we can offer. If you want to send like something,
Wait
I
a
was.
minute. Wait a minute. Keep going,
Oh
please.
no, not a service. I'm not offering you a service to get rid of your virginity. I was gonna say something I was thinking about offering was like if guys want to send me their dating app profiles and have me critique them, or like we could do this on the show
That would be
sometime.
fun.
I think it'd be fun. Like if
Yeah.
you want to send us pictures of your dating app profiles and like DM them to us, or if you want to like us to maybe like block out certain parts of your to not totally like make you a little bit more anonymous. I think that could be a fun little bit or shtick to critique dating app profiles and
Yeah, I would really like to hear or not hear. I would like to see that
yeah.
and make fun of them and
Yeah.
or
Yes.
if you're brave enough to let us take a look.
Well,
All
it'll
right.
get you featured, and maybe some nice lady is watching our show, and she's a big fan of your dating profile, and we get you laid from our show.
Yeah,
So it's possible. Anything's possible.
it'll happen.
It'll
All right.
happen.
Oh, we need a bigger one for this one. Oh
Oh,
no, no, no.
oh no, big tiff.
Okay, no, let's do
We're
this one.
still getting the hang of the live stream stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I'm just clicking buttons here.
Oh yeah, this is from
Okay,
Spaceman. Shout out
Spaceman.
Spaceman.
Yeah, I think I saw Spaceman in chat. If you're still watching,
Yeah.
thank you for the really thoughtful and interesting questions. So
Yes.
if you want to read it, Tiff.
Okay, so he did update us initially on something that we talked about in our first live stream, so we won't get into that this one. But he says, since you all love like I do, I have a devastating question. Does loving someone mean accepting who they are or helping them become the best version of themselves? Background: my son just graduated from college, but also just broke up with his high school sweetheart. According to him, she sometimes struggles with self-esteem and a negative outlook after poor performance or social mishaps. She's otherwise compassionate and loves to have fun, but this apparent lack of growth has been frustrating as of late. What's your crappy advice? Love, Uncle Spaceman.
This is
I think
such a
this is a
good
great
question.
question.
Yeah.
Like, I love the thoughtful questions, and please, if any of you have thoughtful questions like this, keep them coming. But yeah, Billy, do you have thoughts on this?
Oh, I guess like my general thought is that you can't make people change. Like that's not or well, I guess it worked for you if you wanted to stop smoking, you wanted to
Yeah,
stop vaping. But
yeah,
if your boyfriend was just like, "Hey, I don't accept you unless you stop vaping," and it wasn't like something that was like you wanted to do and he wanted you to do,
um,
and he just went and took away your stuff from your purse, you would probably be like, bruh, don't
true.
take away my vape, like what the hell.
True. I guess the
So
distinction there is that I had always, from the beginning of our relationship, expressed a desire to change that habit. So it wasn't
yeah,
something I was like, I don't ever want to. Sorry, continue.
no, yeah, so I think in terms of, and let me make that a little bigger so I can read it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just like it's like I think you have to let somebody, or you have to love somebody for who they are, and only if they want to change you can help them with that. But you can't go into a relationship or any relationship being like, I don't accept you for who you are and I need you to change. Not that you can't, but like I feel like that's not, it's just not going to work, or it'll cause resentment or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
very, very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that is like typically the common wisdom that you can't expect people to change if you're entering a relationship with them. And you like it's hard. It's like as hard as it is to change yourself and change your own habits, it's even harder to change someone else, especially if they don't want to change. So I feel like I, I see this is a tough one because obviously I think my boyfriend, I think he expressed before we become official that he was like, you need to quit vaping. And but I guess the distinction there was that I was like, yeah, I do need to quit vaping. So he like we were both on board with like we need to change. And I guess the ideal partner that you would have is someone who is willing and looking to grow like throughout your relationship and is like willing to change. Because Lord knows I've got a lot of things that I need to change about myself. Like we don't have to get into the nitty gritty, but like in relationships I'm like an anxiously attached person, for example, and I am like I'm going to therapy for it because I'm like there are things that I would like to change, and I don't think any two individuals are going to come perfectly fully formed and perfect for each other, like, but the ideal partnership I
Yeah.
would hope is like you both have the mindset of like wanting to grow and improve for one another. And if she's like very
Yeah.
stubborn about that, then that seems like a bad partnership. Sorry.
Well, I think people do change quite a bit. I mean, you can't, like, if you have how many years in a relationship, like you're going to change like throughout the relationship. There's going to be core things about you and stuff that you care about, but there's also going to be, you know, like people will grow and adapt and have new hobbies and whatever. Like if your relationship was based on that you both played World of Warcraft or whatever. So someone asked if the talking dog was a real person or an
It's
AI.
Billy.
Sorry, that's very funny. Yeah, this is my avatar.
They think I'm like talking to an AI right now or something.
That would be funny though. That would be a clever.
Oh, that's literally what they wrote. I didn't even read the
Yeah, yeah.
comment. That's
Sorry, I
funny.
just saw that and I cracked up.
That's funny. It's Billy
Um,
Markus. Billy made Dogecoin.
yeah, yeah. This is
Pretty
my
cool.
avatar come to life.
Pretty cool.
Can we be sure he isn't a real dog? Well, I am a real dog. I'm a talking dog with glasses. But what was I saying? I was saying something really smart before I
Oh
got
God. Ooh.
I got checked out by the
We've been talking
by the
about
chat.
changing someone.
Yeah, it's just like people will change throughout relationships, but you can't force it. So I think that's just like, I mean, I think that's the only thing we can really say about that. In like, you can want the person to be better, you can encourage them to be better, you can um, support them through them wanting to change, but you can't ever say like you need to change for me or this is dead. Because I mean, well, you can say that, but I don't know, that probably won't work out so well, would be
Yeah,
my
I'm like,
thought process.
yeah, so this specific issue, it's like his son graduated from college, broke up with his sweetheart. She struggled with self-esteem and negative outlook after poor performance or social mishaps. Like I'm gonna say, I struggle with those same things. Like I struggle with self-esteem sometimes, and I
Yeah.
sometimes have a negative outlook, and that's something that like my boyfriend wants me to like work on. Like but I'm willing to. Like he sometimes sends me like meditations or like books that he thinks would be helpful or whatever, and but I'm receptive to that, and I recognize and want to change those things. So I guess it's like so her having things that she needs to change I don't think is a deal breaker, but because it says that she also seems to have really good qualities, like she's compassionate and loves to have fun. But yeah, I guess he notes the lack of growth. So yeah, it just sounds like if she's not willing to change, that sounds like but then do you just break up with them? I think that there are steps you take in the interim where it's like you try to help them. Like it's like, for example, my boyfriend, he like bought me some books that he thought would be helpful, and like see if they are interested in changing. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I had to remove something from my chat box, but what you said was very smart. I was like, why do I keep having like weird dots on the right side of my screen? But I figured
Yeah.
that.
I think like I think too many people, like when you're asking for advice about what to do, I think too many people go straight to like, yeah, you should break up with them. But I'm like, I feel like there are a lot of
Oh,
things you should do before just breaking up with someone.
there's a graph on that on Reddit. Apparently, the amount of people saying just break up has gone from like 10% back in 2010 or something to like
Yeah.
35%. This is just like the generic advice. Like, if there's anything wrong with any significant other in any way, just
Totally.
break up. And I think that's silly. Like, you gotta. I mean, it's all about if it's worth it, right? But you're investing so much in the person. I feel like it shouldn't just be like, well, this is annoying. Like, I'm done. It's just,
Totally.
what do they actually think about it? Do they think they have a problem? Do they want to change it and stuff like that?
Yeah, and I think that's a really interesting stat. Like I hadn't heard that specific stat, but I feel like today a lot I feel like girlfriends, or I don't know if you're male or female, but I think people are just very entitled today and expect like a perfect partner, and if something is not perfect, they're sort of like move on, you can do better. And I think a lot of this is fueled by just like the illusion of choice that we have, like
Yeah,
dating apps. You can swipe and find someone new. This isn't that like new a concept, it's like something I'm saying, but I do think it's kind of detrimental to just think that like, oh, not everything is 100% perfect. So just keep swiping on a dating app and then maybe you'll find someone that's a little more perfect. I feel like it's sort of like, I think you should stay and try to work on it first before just discarding someone. But
yeah.
yeah.
And I think Dr. M has a good point here too. Is
Mm.
someone who gets down on themselves and is going through life like that versus someone who just like needs somebody to bring them out all the
Value
time.
that.
That could be very draining on a relationship too. So it
Mm-hmm.
just depends, a lot of that stuff. But I just think it's a really good question to like ponder of like, if you're really committed to somebody, you're committed to them kind of no matter what, or at least that's the intention.
I agree. I
The
agree.
intention of commitment.
I
All right,
agree.
let's
And I
try
feel like if
this
he
one.
discarded his
Whoops.
girlfriend like that quickly, maybe he just wasn't that into her in the first place. I think he should try to work on it first, but yeah.
Wait, hang on. Why is this? Oh, I did not remove it. Is that how it works? Okay.
Okay.
So we have a question.
We got an email
Uh,
question.
yeah. Hi guys. I wanted to ask you guys, do you remember this guys who found $135,000 in cash and returned it and got $500? Please advise. What's your view on this?
Very foreign question. You sound extremely foreign. But
It's a
what
good question.
okay.
I don't remember that. Do you actually remember that happening?
I don't remember this, but I can toy with it as a theoretical question.
Mhm.
Would
Okay, so
you have done the same? Would you have returned the money, 135K?
well, I'll tell my own story, and then it's a lot smaller scale. But at Aria, this was in Vegas.
Vegas.
I found $1,000 chip on the floor,
Ooh.
and I was like, "Oh, should I keep this or should I turn it in? Maybe someone will get it." Someone lost their chip on a vacation. They felt terrible about it, so I turned it in, and then I was held in a back room for 2 hours, and then finally they let me go, and
Why were
I
you held in a back room? Like they were
I
punishing
don't
you?
fucking know. They were like gonna check the video or something,
Oh my
and
god.
then they sent me out, and then I had to wait there, or I didn't get anything. I was just treated like I was a thief or something, and they probably took it because I don't think there's any way that they could really track that stuff. So my lesson was fuck that. If you find any chips on the floor in Aria, it's yours unless someone
Yeah,
asks you. Like, I will never do that again. That was bullshit, and I'm still
that's
mad at
it.
Aria, and I don't like you, Aria. Unless you sponsor me, then I like you all of a sudden. But at the moment, I don't like you, Aria. You make me mad, and I will just remember you treating me like shit because I was trying to do the right thing. So
That is low key insane that you got punished for trying to do the right thing. That's ridiculous. Like they're wasting
yeah,
your time and questioning you. That's stupid. So
yeah. I
I
was late
agree.
for dinner for that. I had a reservation. It was really pissed me.
Damn. That's some bullshit. I was gonna say, like, I think for all honest, I'm curious, like, the chat's response to this. I'm like, okay, if we're honest, I think, and I'm curious, like, I'm curious how your response would change based on if the money went up or down, because you're talking about a, what was it, $1,000 chip. This is going up to like
Yeah,
$135,000, and I'm sort of like, I'm curious if like your impulse to want to return it would go up or down the greater the value of the money. But I also think that what matters most in this question is if you think you're going to get caught. Like, I think that, like, if we're all being honest, and maybe this shows some like weird, fucked up part of me, maybe, but I'm like, if I think that anyone, if they felt sure that they were not going to be caught and they had no emotional outcome to like who the person, like, if I think if you knew whose money it was, and if it was a friend of yours, obviously I would not take, I would return the money. But if random, like, you just stumble upon $135,000 in cash and you have no idea who it belongs to, and you think that there's no chance you get caught, I would absolutely fucking take the money. And I think that most people would take the money. I feel like, but then it's like you have to sprinkle in these other things. Like, if you know who the person is and you're a friend of theirs, then it's like, no, I wouldn't take the money. But then it's
I would
like,
be scared. Like if it was $135,000 in cash, like who the fuck has $135,000 in cash who's doing normal things in life, right? This
very,
is a drug bust. This is a,
yes,
like I might just
mafia.
actually not even take it. I'd just be like, okay, I don't want any part of this. Like
Yes.
whatever's going on here, this is above my pay grade.
So you wouldn't take it
Or
out of fear. And I guess that goes back to like you'd fear that you'd get caught. So it's like, is this
well,
even us
it's
being
not well,
ethical?
it's
This
not
is
caught by the cops. It's caught by whoever left it there, right?
yes, yes. But I just mean like caught in general. Because I feel like it's like
Mhm.
this isn't about us being ethical people. We're like, we would not take the money because we think that we'd get in trouble, we think we'd get caught, we think we'd get shot, whatever. But it's like, no, we're not good people. If there was no chance we'd get caught, you'd probably would you take the money? I think anyone would, right?
I mean, I don't know because I remember I went to Japan. Well, when I went to Japan, my sister actually found this is a family trip. My sister actually found somebody's like Japan money in a thing in the like bathroom in the airplane, and she returned it, and it was like $3,000 or something like that. So it's like pretty
That's nice.
significant. And then we were also kids. I was like 10
Wait,
or
so what?
whatever.
It was an object that she found?
It was a wallet. It's like someone's wallet they left
Oh,
in
oh,
the airplane bathroom.
okay.
And then later, when we were in Japan, one of our friends that we were with, like, there was this place in Kyoto where you could crawl through like the nose of like a Buddha or something like that. And when he did that, he dropped his wallet and like left it in there. And then
Uh,
someone else probably picked it up because when next time he went through it, he couldn't find it, and that person probably just thought that they were having good luck. They were like,
uh,
"Oh, I crawled through this like Buddha's nose, and my good luck is I get like $300 in yen or whatever."
uh-huh.
So
So
I
they
don't
didn't.
know. They didn't return it, but
Oh.
our like there was no good karma, right? Like,
I was gonna say it would have been like this cute story about
no,
karma
it's
if they
not.
got the wallet
Yeah,
back, but I'm like, that's the thing. I don't really believe in. Do you believe in karma? Like, I know some
no,
people believe in this like energetic balance of the universe. I don't personally believe in that. I think that some people like they get a lot of luck, and I don't think there's some balance in the universe that makes I've never believed in that. Yeah.
yeah. I honestly don't believe in karma because it doesn't make sense. Like people can be born and then die within minutes. Like what? I don't like. What is that? Like this seems like
Totally.
nothing. Like there's no rationality to most of the stuff. But
I
that
completely
makes me sound
agree.
like an atheist.
Well,
Our chat.
I am an atheist. Well, I was gonna say I think this like plays into the whole like it kind of bothers me when people are always like, oh, the universe, it's gonna like everything's gonna work out for you because that's like how the universe works. And I'm like, no, some people's lives end up horrifically, or like you said, some people are born and die immediately. It's like it doesn't like
Yeah.
work out for everybody. Like it's
Or
sort of I think it's
I'm
like
yeah.
self-centered to think that like the universe just unfolds for you.
Yeah, I guess I didn't mean atheist. I meant nihilist. But
Oh,
I agree that like it's funny. Like when I'm right now, I'm just showing some people's
responses.
thoughts responses when they did stuff. So it seems like similarly people feel
I guess that's true. Like, there's no
yeah,
morality in terms of finding money. It's like it's not like you stole the money, so there isn't really some like
yeah,
ethical response. Like, you
yeah.
didn't
But I
do
did
anything wrong.
once. I don't know. I was in a parking lot and I found like $20 and I felt guilty, and so I gave it to some charity thing. I was like, "Here,
Oh,
you take it." I don't
that's
know.
nice.
I don't know if it's moral. I just felt bad.
Yeah, I guess it didn't even go back to the person though, so it's not even
No, yeah, it's just like, well, he paid it for it, or she, or whoever
okay.
lost it.
That's
But
kind of nice.
I think for what I was gonna say for what you were saying, I always find it funny when like in a football game or something, like they interview the winner and he's just like, I just want to thank God for us winning the football game, and it's like, okay, God was just
Mhm.
like, the Patriots are lame and Seattle is good, and therefore
God,
Seattle will win. And
yeah,
it's just like,
that's
all
so
right,
true. Yeah, like God has selected the Seahawks.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna thank God for stuff like that.
I agree. And like, I'm not particularly religious. I respect it. I think that religion is great for people's lives. I think it actually adds a lot to people's like happiness and meaning and purpose, but I'm not personally religious. I wish I were.
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk for a long time about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
we're getting off on a tangent over like one email question about like if you would return $135,000.
yeah, well, it's an existential question. Is there's a lot of stuff going on with that.
This is true. This is
Um,
true.
let's go to another existential question. So this person, I'll read this one. It says,
Yeah.
"Hi, crappy advice. I've been with the same girl since high school, about 10 years. Things have been up and down, but for the most part, they're good. But recently, she became obsessed with ChatGPT and asks it everything. Anytime we have an argument, she goes to ChatGPT and tells me what ChatGPT said and how I'm wrong and how she's right. I try to tell her ChatGPT isn't always right, but she just rolls her eyes. For example, I was a little annoyed because she and her friend, I'll call him Brian, went to see Avatar together, and I wasn't invited or even told about it beforehand. Okay, that's already kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I just knew, and so when I brought it up, she said ChatGPT said I was being controlling and manipulative,
Oh my
and that
God.
she has the right to go out with her friends. I only knew about it because she didn't want to see Avatar with me, and I had to press a lot, and she finally told me she saw it with Brian. So this is like, this is how he found out that uh, Brian is a dick. I can tell he
Okay.
wants her, and he just denies. I'm afraid ChatGPT is ruining our relationship. Help. Um,
That's fucked up. I think it's fucked up to I don't know. I think it's kind of fucked up to like go out on. It's kind of like a date ish with this Brian guy and not tell your part or like you didn't want to go with your boyfriend. You wanted to go with Brian. Is that what I'm hearing?
yeah, I think that's. I mean, it sounds like, and let me make it big again. It sounds like this Brian guy, and I feel like that's actually his name. It's
Uh
just like
huh.
I'll call him Brian, but I feel
Uh
like this Brian guy. I mean, if she didn't tell him that she was going to this movie with her friend, and
huh.
also feels like she's both a dick and that he wants her. Like, there's probably something more going on with this particular situation.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is ChatGPT. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you used ChatGPT a lot to decide if you're right about something, or like do you relate to this kind of thing at
Oh yeah,
all?
I feel like this is its own like there are like two problems here where I'm like, yeah, fuck this Brian guy. That's a weird situation. I don't like that. I think that like it is tough in relationships. It's like I try not to like I have like a lot of male friends, but now that I'm in a relationship, I'm sort of like I would feel a little bit rude if I were to like go on like a movie date alone with a guy. Like I think that it's sort of disrespectful to your relationship to do that.
Mhm.
So that's its own problem. ChatGPT, I am guilty of asking, and my boyfriend hates it, but I am guilty of asking ChatGPT like thoughts on everything happening.
Wait a
But then I
minute.
know that like sometimes I should not use that as ammunition in an argument because ChatGPT just like will like just glaze you and always
Yeah.
tell you you're right and validate you. So yeah, my boyfriend has been like, don't tell me what ChatGPT has to say about this. So but this has come up. And yeah, so I still sometimes ask ChatGPT just for like objective advice on things because sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm being crazy. But yeah, do you do this, Billy? Like ask ChatGPT advice on like everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just ChatGPT. I've actually at this point I have like an AI like consortium. So if like one of the AI tells me something, I just copy it to a different AI, and I'm like, "What do you think about this?" And then I'll
Mhm.
like have them whatever. And I found that ChatGPT, honestly, for me, it hallucinates so much. It'll just like say stuff that's like not true, and then I'll have Claude or Grok or whatever like validate it, and if I can get all the AIs to agree, then I'm like, okay, this seems like an actual thing. But if the AIs are actually, ChatGPT must have thought this, and then it's like, oh my god. So, um, but in terms of like things like that, I feel like I mostly like, because I can only think of things like myself, and if I'm in a situation where somebody is acting in a way that I wouldn't act,
Mhm.
I do like to ask AI, or like if I don't have friends readily available, and you won't have friends readily available compared to AI, I do like to ask AI like, what do you think of this? What's going on? Or
Yeah.
like, am I missing something? Or what is this person thinking? And
Yeah.
sometimes it's very valuable for that because it's like, oh, okay, because for me, I honestly just want to understand where they're coming from, because I'll be way less annoyed at something that doesn't make sense to me or something that's frustrating me if I'm not, um, yeah, if I'm not part of that situation,
Yeah.
or if I can just understand why.
I agree. I mean, I do similar things, and it's something that I actually think I want to work on because I think I've
Mm,
realized I often don't trust my own judgment on things or my own intuition on things, and I think that that's where this impulse comes from, where I need to ask ChatGPT like, "What are your thoughts? Is this normal? Are my thoughts normal?" I'm like, I need to develop a little bit more self trust in my own like intuition because I do think I often like lean in. I'm like, "Is this normal? Like, is what I'm feeling normal? Is this reasonable or rational?" And I'm like,
I think you're right. I do that a lot too, because
"Yeah."
I'm sometimes it tells me it's not actually very common, and I'm like, oh, because one of the like the scariest conversations I had with AIs in general was I was like, what percentage of people are like generally think rationally or like generally operate on a rational sense? And it was like,
Mhm.
oh, it's like less than 15%. And most people
Oh,
are like some combination of like rational and like very
like cognitive
emotional.
distortions and stuff like that.
Yeah, like cognitive distortions are just like very emotional thinking. And uh I was just okay, well, how many people like want to not be like that? It's like very small percentage. And I also vetted that through other AIs. I was like, oh, that
Huh.
sucks. Like,
Although, do you think that
yeah,
our goal should be to be solely rational? Because I feel like
no,
in relationships, I feel like if you're just rational, then like I don't know. I feel like you have to be sort of or not just emotional, but you have to be sort of emotional and make decisions emotionally in relationships and stuff.
yeah, I think, yeah, I have to like re-remember the context, because I was more talking like base personality type of like
Hmm.
somebody who's just kind of more generally, they want to know the truth, they want to operate from the thing of truth, and then kind of like together find the truth. And that was like extremely small percentage of people. And
Yeah.
it was more like, people want their emotions validated, which makes sense. Like, I want my emotions validated. I think a lot of people want their emotions validated, but um, just a lot of people are sad, and a lot of people feel bad, and almost spend their entire lives just trying to feel good about themselves in some different ways. And it doesn't matter what's true; it matters what they feel. And
Yeah.
like, that's not a bad thing. It's not something to judge. It's just like sometimes it's hard uh, to to come together and be like, okay, well, this is what actually happened. Can we go off this? It's like, no, I want to go off how I feel. It's like, okay, well, is what it is.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm kind of an emotional thinker. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I think that maybe it's a girl thing. What?
do you have a what's your Myers Briggs, or do you know it?
Oh, ooh. I haven't taken this since, like, high school, so I don't know if I
Mm.
remember. I do think I lean toward in high school, at least, I lean towards introversion. I think that, like, I'm sort of
Oh,
borderline,
wow.
which I think most people are, yeah. I think that naturally my natural state is to be very introverted, but I think I always, like, admired extroverts, and I think I made a concerted effort to become more extroverted as I grew up, although I don't know if your actual personality trait changes, but,
Yeah.
what are the other ones? It's I, and then
It's
what's
introverted. The second one's intuitive versus whatever S is. S is like rule follower more, and
You
then
know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what it thinks my Myers Briggs is because I do talk to ChatGPT way too
oh,
much.
yeah, that'd be
What do
interesting.
you think what is yours, by the way, while I ask?
Mine is INFJ. Although the I is very strong. I'm very introverted.
Mm.
The N, F, and J are all weak. Although J is a little stronger. But F, like, I'm a little bit F, which is feeling, versus T, which is um, thinking. This is INFJ. So that's the F versus T is the one that's more like I'm more an emotional thinker, or a more. It's not rational. It's
Oh,
not the right word, because emotion can be rational. Also, it's just T is like, a systems thinker. This
interesting.
is Jesse in chat is ESTP, which means,
So
yeah,
ChatGPT thinks that I closely resemble either an ENFP or ENTP. Or
interesting.
ENFP or an ENFP. Oh no, that it already said that. So it's extroversion. Oh yeah, they don't like it's like sensing versus intuition. I don't
Sensing, yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Okay.
sensing is like rule follower more than intuition is more like what could things be like,
Oh,
or whatever.
interesting. So I'm externally energized, pattern and possibility focused is N. values and emotion-led decisions for F, and then
Mhm.
E is flexible, open-ended approach to life. I do remember, I don't know if you took the Myers-Briggs that also has like I think it's turbulence or neuroticism. I forget which of
Uh-uh.
those traits it is,
I don't
but
remember. I haven't taken that one. I'm sure I'm very neurotic.
I think I scored like top tier for neuroticism.
You're like,
Like,
you're in top 1% of neurotic.
yeah,
I can see that.
and I'm like, I think that's an objectively negative emotion. So I'm like, great, nice.
Yeah, I think neuroticism, I think, is like just how negative you take emotions or whatever. Like if
Yes.
you're if you feel if you're afraid of something, like how negative that is to
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm filled with negative emotions. I've been prescribed happy pills a couple times and I never took them. So
no, I don't like happy pills either.
me
But
too.
one
Me
thing we
too.
need to do though is we need to answer this guy's question. I don't think we answered
Oh.
this guy's question. um, So, hates AI guy, I think what I would say to you is, I don't think the problem is ChatGPT, or though although it could be a problem because it sounds like she's using it to gas herself up and validate herself. But I think the problem is communication and stuff that you're not talking to Brian
And
and
like, yeah, basic respect. I
or
feel like
not
that's kind
talking
of
about
basic
Brian.
respect.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
basic respect. Like she should tell you if she's going out with her friend who um seems to like her, that's you shouldn't know that because you wanted to see a movie and then she's like, "Oh, I actually already saw it with the guy that you've probably expressed that you don't like."
It's
Uh
weird that she wouldn't
yeah.
have said before going to the movie, like, I'm going to the movies with Brian. I think that that's what I would expect in a
Yeah.
relationship if you're like gonna go with like, I think just like people of the opposite sex, you have to tread a little bit more lightly and like be like, I'm gonna meet up with my male friend. And I feel like if you don't say that, it feels like you're hiding something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, I'm like this almost sounded like high school mentality, but this is 10 years since high school, so yeah, I
Mhm.
feel like you need to. I don't know. Would this be like a breakup? You should break up with the girl, but I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
if it's that whatever. But I feel like it's probably the relationship is iffy. You guys need to talk a little more.
Yeah, definitely some
So
talks. I agree. And ChatGPT, yeah, I'm kind of guilty of that too, but I'm aware that you should not bring ChatGPT up into your conversations. I feel like it's probably like you shouldn't use it as
not an
ammunition to,
argument. Yeah,
yeah,
I feel
like
like
from
it's
how you're right.
yeah, because that's actually a good topic. Just because if you want to be right, ChatGPT or any AI will, like, if you prompt it to say I'm right, like gas me up, it will do it. It does what you want it to do. That's how these things are programmed for the most part.
Hmm. But both you and I actually, I remember you and I have talked about this where we both talk to ChatGPT a lot, but we've told it like, can you please be brutally honest with me and not just like always validate me? Like, please actually tell me
Yeah.
the objective truth. But it's still, I think, is a little bit
No.
too validating still.
Yeah. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff to talk about with AI, but yeah, it can be poisoned by having bad input. And basically, it takes your context as like very, very seriously. So if you have context, if you say, I want this or want that, it will try its best to match it. So,
Hmm.
uh,
Also, I kind of have to pee before the next question. I'll be really fast though.
okay,
So sorry to
I will
leave you.
take over.
You can
Don't
play
worry.
guitar.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have a middle show. Let's see. What can I do with this? Oh, oh, we didn't do this. I can put music on. Have some music going. Yeah, this is great. All right. He needs to clip this and send it to her to give her a taste of her own medicine. It says Untamed Adam. Well, I don't know if yeah, I think the email was meant to be anonymous, so I'm not sure if that would be a great idea. Let's see. Calcanis can trade options. Billy, I mined 10 million in a week if you're the Doge creator. Oh, so right in the beginning? Did you mine it straight? Did you get like the random rewards? Because in the beginning, if you mined a block successfully, you would get a random reward.
I'm a very speedy peer. I'm back.
Yeah, we forgot to put the music on before, but you
Oh,
can't actually hear it,
no.
right? That's
I
okay.
can't hear it actually. Is it
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, it's on right now, but I
Okay.
will turn it off. That was you got some bathroom music.
Oh, yay, good. Did he make Billy did really make Dogecoin.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
December 2013. That was when it was all exciting.
Really historic, Billy. I mean, we don't talk about this really at all, but you really started quite a movement, Billy.
This is
Pretty
12
cool.
years ago. That's so
Pretty cool.
crazy.
That's
That's so
crazy.
that is wild.
Damn. And look how far you've come. You're on a live stream with
Yeah.
me.
Yay. My life is perfect circle.
Damn,
I
your
think
life a movie.
all right, we have one last question, and
Okay.
then if there's anything from the audience, we can do that, but then we'll probably wrap it up. But
Okay.
here's the last question from
Mm.
Spaceman again.
Spaceman asks good questions. Shout out to anyone who asks good questions. Feel free to ask some more questions
Yeah, I
before
think Spaceman, you win question of the week. You have two questions also, but yeah,
two good
question of
ones.
the week. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Can you love someone who ruins movies? A dear friend a dear friend of mine has been with his wife for 15 years and by every measure she is his person. But she cannot, and I stress cannot because I used to hang out with her in college, watch a film without asking what's going to happen next. Scary movies, action hero movies, romantic comedies, musicals, it doesn't matter. 20 minutes in, dollars to donuts. But why did he do that? Wait, is she the villain? How does it end? Do they die? My friend has started watching movies alone because they watch them together before they watch them together so he can answer her questions without ruining his own experience. He says it's fine, but his eye twitches slightly when he says it. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, that actually I would say the response of like the solution being that your friend has to watch an entire movie alone with like to spend 2 hours doing it alone and then do it with his wife. I feel like the easier like solution would be like, can you just talk to the wife and be like, hey, can you please stop doing that? Like, is it that difficult for her to just reel this in? That's kind of
Yeah,
wild.
I think how I would put it is yes, you can definitely keep loving somebody if you can't watch movies with them, but that sounds so annoying. It sounds incredibly annoying.
That sounds it says something. It speaks to a larger personality flaw. Like I feel like that is
Oh
like the
wow. Wow,
movie
you're
thing
going
seems
that far?
right, but it's just like if you know that it deeply bothers your partner and like
Mhm.
to do something together and you like can't just stop yourself from just asking the question. I'm like, or do you just lack that much self-awareness? I don't know. She's probably a lovely person, especially if Spaceman has been friends with her since college. She probably has a lot of great qualities. But I'm just like, that's kind of like just kind of fucked up that you can't just control yourself and the solution is then that your poor boyfriend has to watch a movie alone before he watches it with you. That seems like the wrong solution. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is complicated in that I think like everyone's different in the way that they like things and the way that they get into things. And I'm guessing that when she watches it, her brain just like keeps going and is like, oh, like what's happening? Should I do this? Should I do that? Or whatever. Like, or that's her brain actually just working and getting into the movie. So I
Your
think
brain's annoying.
well, I understand, like you wonder what they're like in other ways, but for that specific thing, I feel like I understand being talkative. I understand like expressing your thoughts during the movies, but you can also not say them out loud. And um, I don't know. It's just it's like a to me. There's things that you know how we are talking earlier about like changing and loving someone as they are or changing people. I feel like there are some things that are just habits. Like they're not. I mean, even your vaping, like that's not a core piece of
Mm.
your personality. It's not like hello, I am Tiffany, I vape.
Yeah.
Like it was just like here's a thing that I do
Yeah.
and I don't necessarily want to do it. And I feel like that kind of thing, like the tendency to say things out loud when you're thinking during a movie, is just a habit. It's not a testament to the type of person you are. And so, if you want to change, you can change that. If you don't want to change it, you won't. But if you want to change that, you can change habits. You can't change something that's core to your person. You can change something that's core to your personality too. It's just you're probably not going to want to. If someone wants you to change your religion, they're going to be like, no. So
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I think that's true. Like, yeah, it's a habit, so you don't have to see it as like it's not a deal breaker. It'd be nice if she would fix the habit. I don't know what you do about like some immovable objects like that in a relationship that's that long, because it's like if she hasn't fixed it by now, she probably won't. So I guess, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess maybe, I guess if it's working for them to just watch the movie alone, that's kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
not worth ending things over.
I don't think it's yeah, it's just unless yeah, I would never end a relationship for something that's like kind of annoying that is also just like again, it's not core to your being. And
Mhm.
if I was like, hey, can you not do that? And they cared or tried or didn't get hyper defensive about it, it's like it's probably okay even if they do it. Like it's not like a massive deal.
Yeah.
But I agree with this though. If she wears socks with sandals, like
I wear socks with sandals all the time.
I know, I actually do too. So never mind. I don't
Yeah.
agree with this. This is wrong, anon.
I love dressing like shit. And I think that like I also like men who dress like shit. I kind of don't like men who put too much effort into their outfits. I'm like, it feels kind of gay. So yeah,
Wait,
I
wait, wait.
actually
We
like,
need to examine that a little more.
yeah, we
Like,
maybe we do, but even like, everyone was shitting on SBF for his outfits, and I'm like,
hmm.
look, I think that's the least of his problems. Like I don't think that we needed to pick on him for his clothes.
Yeah, he does dress like terrible, but that's like very low on the list of
That's
important things
at
that
the
he's
bottom of
had.
the list. It got a lot of airtime, and I'm like, that is not at all one of my concerns. The stealing of multi billions of dollars is a bigger issue. The
Yeah,
khakis and t-shirts, totally fine with me. That's not a deal breaker.
yeah. I don't know. I before COVID, I wore like polos and like nice pants, and
Mhm.
I didn't tuck my shirt in, but I still like try to look mildly presentable. And then after, well, during COVID, it was like oh, sweatpants are kind of awesome, and t-shirts are kind of awesome. And then after COVID, since it's just like I just wear sweatpants. I still have all my pants in uh my closet. And it's just like I'm not gonna wear any of this stuff. This is just a waste of time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what men should wear. Like, I'm kind of like, I think it's fine. I think that like men look nice and just like, if you wear like a plain t-shirt and jeans or whatever the fuck pants, I'm like, looks fine to
If you
me.
wear
Looks good.
clothes,
You just wear clothes. I'm like,
don't
I
look
just like,
like
I think that when men wear things like, I don't know, like if a man, for example, wears like a Gucci or Louis Vuitton belt, like if it's like you're trying to look flashy and like show designer stuff, I'm like, I think that's like, that feels very gay to me personally. Yeah. I don't love that.
yeah, you probably wouldn't like LA then because LA
I hate
people
LA.
they try to dress nicely.
Oh God, I
So,
hate LA. And I was like on that app Raya for a while, and it's just like I feel like it's just the LA douchebags that are just like, I'm a DJ, I'm wearing Gucci, and I care about my
mm.
follow, like my how many followers I have. This that kind of thing. It's just like
Oh,
gay.
do you not care about do you care about the car people drive?
No, not at all. No.
Mm.
Um, uh, yeah, my boyfriend. Yeah, no, I don't care at all. My boyfriend like has asked my opinion on like what car he should get and whatever, and I'm
Mm.
like, baby, I really don't. I really genuinely don't care. So, but I know a lot of people do. I just don't think I care about cars in general. I don't know anything about cars.
Mm.
I've been driving the same. I keep not saying the brand of car, but it's a car brand that is associated with liberals, and I've had the same car since I've had the
It's a
same
car.
car since yeah,
Wait,
like you
I don't
probably
know
know
what
what it
car
is.
brand is associated. No, I actually don't.
Oh, people in the chat guessed it last time, but I'm not even gonna say what kind of car it is. But it's
That's
associated with
funny.
liberals, and I've been driving the same car since high school. So I think I just personally like don't know anything about cars, so I genuinely don't care. Like it's not even like a trying to sound like low maintenance. I just actually don't know anything about cars. So,
Okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
do think I think it makes sense in a way to judge people on their car choice.
Why?
Not that because of something that you have so much choice over. So it's like a something that you use all the time, and there are so many different options, and there are different trade-offs that you have to make for each option. So it does say something about you, and just the fact that you drive the same car that you have for a long time doesn't say you're a liberal because you drive a car brand associated with liberal, but it does say that you don't care, and
Yeah.
this is not that important to you, and that does say something about you. It's not like it says what the what the outward thing is, but it says how you care about cars.
Yeah,
And
I guess
then
that goes
yeah,
for clothes too. Like the
yeah,
choices you make, they do say something about you.
yeah. They say something. It doesn't mean like oh you're really big into fashion or you're a douchebag. Although I feel like if people like I've driven in like a Lamborghini and
Mhm.
they're extremely uncomfortable, and there's no point in going fast in a Lamborghini because it like I don't know, like you're driving on the road, but you can't go super fast in a Lamborghini. So it's like I have bad gas mileage and I drive normally because you can't do anything in a Lamborghini. And I bought this and it costs 200K, so I'm just doing this to look cool. I think it's
Yeah.
lame. I
I
think it's
think that's
actually
lame
lame.
too. I think that's really lame.
So
I would rather a guy get a car that's like functional and cool than like a flashy like that makes me feel like you're deeply insecure. I think that that's the underlying feeling of like
yeah,
it amongst all these things. Like if you're really trying to flash brands and stuff like that, it feels like you're insecure and you're overcompensating for something, and I find that deeply unattractive personally.
yeah. I feel like it makes sense depending on where people live. Like if they live in LA, I feel like that insecurity just gets like thrown to everybody, and then now people are just actually judging you on
Mhm.
that. And there's other places like I know in Korea, for example, like your skin is very important. So if you have like bad skin, people will be really insecure about that because that's like a thing, and people will get surgeries to help their skin, and
Mhm.
like it's just kind of like an accepted thing. But I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, and if someone was driving a Lambo in the Pacific Northwest, they would be lame. Like that's lame. Like being
Yeah.
outwardly flashy is lame in Portland. That's just like the vibe is like not for that. So
Yeah, I feel like I've even noticed that in like I haven't spent that much time in the Pacific Northwest, but even in
mm,
San Francisco, I do notice that like people don't dress up. Like in obviously like
yeah.
New York, LA, people are flashing their brand names and dressing to the nines to go out. And I feel like in SF, it's very casual. And I think it would be like very odd to like be flashing brand names, despite the fact that like there's probably a very high concentration of wealth in like SF, Bay Area, Silicon Valley, whatever. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
think it in the Bay Area, it's cool to be rich but not show that you're rich. That's like, the guy in the tie-dye
Mark
shirt or whatever.
Zuckerberg
Yeah,
kind of
exactly. Or,
yes.
what's his butt had the same turtleneck, Steve Jobs, just the same exact turtleneck like
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah, and I feel like you just have to understand the subtle, like, just the social signals that are going on around you, and
Yeah.
you need to like pick up on that. And if you show up to like probably the Pacific Northwest, like with a Lambo, you're probably gonna look like a douche. And yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well, yeah, so in San Francisco, if you dress up, especially if you go to work and you're wearing like a button-up shirt, and you're an engineer, you are not following the correct dress protocol. They'll be like, "What? Why you look like a marketing guy? Like, what are you
yeah.
doing? This is weird."
That's
And so,
funny.
yeah, so like, I think I was always told you're supposed to like wear a suit for an interview, and I was like, "What the?" Like, you
That's
go to an interview in a suit, and everyone's like, "Why are you? What? Okay, that's weird. You seem like you don't know."
yeah, damn. I would totally not know any of the protocol for an actual office place since I haven't had a job. So I'm like, I would show up looking I get actually really self-conscious, like going to like, since I don't really work in the professional realm, when I have to go to like a conference or anything like that, I'm like, oh my God, what are people supposed to wear? And I feel this about the gym. I feel this about like everywhere I go. I feel like I have a lot of deep insecurity because sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what normal people do because I don't think I live like a normal life. I'm just like at home all day, like a little gremlin. And I'm like, what do people wear to the gym? I like Google it. I'm like, what do people wear? And like, I'm like, what do people wear to conferences? I never know. All my clothes are just
Yeah,
like black t-shirts and leggings.
yeah. I think, well, if you're in like crypto adjacent things, probably no one cares, but
True.
uh, it depends. And yeah, it's probably depends if you're doing anything in LA or with LA sensibilities. You probably have to dress up, or you're not like following anything.
In New York. Yeah, I feel like New York is kind of dressy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know why, but
Yeah.
all right, let's end this by picking the question of the week.
Oh yeah.
So I think I want to give it to this one. Or not, wait,
Yes. Oh no.
sorry,
It
not
was
this
the
one.
other space. I think Spaceman's
Yeah,
first one
yeah, this one.
about yeah, like does loving someone mean accepting who they are or helping them become the best version of themselves? That's a really
Yeah,
good question. I think I ponder this a lot because like I think this is something you're gonna have to come across in any relationship where it's like there will be things that you would each probably like to change about each other. And then it's like, where do you draw the line for I don't know.
yeah. So I think that was my favorite question too, because like you
Yeah.
said, it's just like something that any relationship would go through and wonder because nobody just comes perfectly perfect, and
Yeah.
you will run into a lot of things, and it's not like I feel like fault is not the right framing in a relationship. It's just like this thing is it acceptable? Is it something we should work on? Blah blah blah. But I think it's just something that everyone deals with and is a very thoughtful question. So I appreciate that question. So thank you, Spaceman.
Shout
You
out,
get question of
Spaceman.
the week, shout out, and
Is there
um,
anything else you want to do before we leave?
let's see. This guy's asking what my fave WoW patch is. I would
What is that?
say World of Warcraft
Whoa,
patch.
that's
So
so
there
nerdy.
is a video game called World of Warcraft, and in the video game,
I was
there's
like, I have no idea what that is.
yeah, it's a cool nerd game. My favorite is Burning Crusade, or actually no, it's Wrath of the Lich King, and so is Tiffany's. She loves Wrath of the Lich King.
I
She's a
love that.
she's a
It is,
warlock. She's demonology warlock. She's
yes,
amazing.
I'm
Anyway,
passionate about that. Absolutely.
yeah, very passionate about that.
uh, this is fun.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
actually, yeah, that was very fun.
yeah.
Guys,
Well,
think of more questions if we do this again.
yeah. Send us your questions, and I will try to end this stream on my
Shout out to
end.
Polly Market.
Oh yeah, shout out to Polymarket. Thanks so much for sponsoring. I think I
Yeah.
successfully ended my broadcasts, but I think we're
Okay,
still
I'll
going
end it.
on
Bye,
all the
everyone. Love
broadcasts.
you.